Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 9th episode of Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu. Now, last episode, we actually had Kai in the story as more than just flashbacks, which was really great, but the whole meeting between Bocchi and Kai wasn't the most pleasant thing, you know? Bocchi had made some friends and she was trying to communicate that with Kai, and like, okay, I made friends, so like, we can be friends again soon, right? We're gonna make up and become besties in the near future, right? And then she just kind of walked away, you know, trying to play it cool. Pretty much, yeah, not really giving Bocchi an inch until she's made a satisfactory amount of progress, basically, is what we're doing here. Although emotions were high on both ends, as we saw in their respective crying slash barfing scene. And Bocchi's crying scenes definitely just stabs you right in the right in this spot. So yeah, that was. I watched that a couple times because watching reactions and stuff, and it never got any easier to listen to Bocchi cry like that. Just oh, anyway, hopefully this is a happier episode. I do want some happier stuff now, so let's get into it and hope that's exactly what we get. So 3, 2, 1, play. Alarm. Oh, this is yeah, this is Sotsuka's house. Good morning to you. Yeah, this episode we're gonna get to see a little bit more of her, maybe some of her family circumstances that leads her to wanting to be a ninja or needing to be a ninja. Even got to hear the door lock. It's a nice touch. Takayaki, I thought that was Aru. Yeah, I'm passing out free shuriken. Do you want one? Still a weird character. Clearly looks very foreign and yet uh, kind of surrounds herself with as much Japanese as possible, including the silly ninja stuff. Like the shuriken clock, I think that was. I still remember how much that really surprised me the first time I saw that when she just disappeared like a ninja. I kind of wish I could rewatch this opening for the first time again. Because I definitely didn't expect that part either, when she just tosses her friend out. But that makes sense, because it's visualization of throwing her into the field to go find friends and improve her social anxiety and all that. Like throwing your child into the deep end of the pool and they sink or swim, kind of like that. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect from a Sotika episode overall. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Welcome back from elsewhere. And her name's in the title, of course. Is this an important event? I guess so. I mean, I would take one happily. I think I think it's more like you're the popular one in this case. But shuriken are cool, don't get me wrong. Well, what else would you possibly make out of origami? A swan? Don't be silly. Come on, you want one. There you go. Can't resist the shuriken. They're very popular. Well, everybody wants one. Oh, Bocchi, what's up? What are you thinking about? Oh, Kurai Kako. Are we gonna have another try at this? uh, what exactly are you trying to do? I mean, I know overall you're trying to become friends with her, but I don't understand what you're doing right now. Besides trying to make me cry again. And upsetting her. Well, that's a dark look. Well, I guess our plan didn't work there. That was so crushing to watch. Just kind of stood there and hoped the friendship would just kind of happen. Mark. Ow. Probably kiss and make it feel better, Nako. Oh? You have a suggestion for this? Why specifically the track club? Oh, both. She took it literally. Okay, I get it. That's Bocchi, wow. Did that happen? Well, that's reasonable goal. Just say hi, Kurai Kako. Looking nice today. But let go of the track team, Bocchi. Ugh. I just realized that Sotuka hasn't picked up Bocchi in a while. That upsets me. You can do anything you put your mind to, Bocchi. You can look at that person and say words. You can do it. I believe in you. As long as you don't vomit, I consider it a win. You can't fly away from your problems, Bocchi. And even if you could, there's a ceiling in the way. Okay. I guess you did technically say words in her general direction. I understand why you would think that, but no, she just wants to be friends. Wants to hug you and have sleepovers. Okay, let's... I guess we're done here. Nice stride. That was a pretty good walk. Oddly mesmerizing. What are you doing, Bocchi? Oh, the jumping over hurdles. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Just she got that in her head and she's not letting it go. And it did look kind of like ninja shenanigans, I guess. No more hurdles to jump over. Oh, okay. The ribbon. Yes, you made it so difficult by looking at me with horrifyingly scary eyes and chasing me. Oh, well, that's promising. Okay. Definitely seems like a nice person deep down. Really? I mean, you should let her take it as praise anyway. Yeah, that was silly. Uh, are you gonna help? Okay. But her eyes are not open, so yeah, she didn't see any of that. I'm stretching. You have a problem with that? Yeah, she's not going to bite you. Probably. She did. She jumped over all those hurdles. And she said it. I'm sorry to disappoint you. She did notice her. There you go. She's actually blushing. Okay. And this time, Bocchi's actually taking the initiative to become friends, so... Okay. She is pretty cute. Come on, Bocchi. Let go of that, please. Because of your dark past. Well, that kind of crashed at the end. But we made progress. Probably had a bad experience with a friend in the past. Bad adventure, I guess. Poor Bocchi, though. She did so well, got so far. The end didn't even matter. And yet, she's not the one that's called Hitoribocchi. Yeah, I mean, you definitely made progress there. Yes. Nobody wants to be Hitoribocchi. But Kurai Kaku's actually in the MyAnimeLIst characters, so she's kind of gotta be next. Yeah, Kurai is great. Sotuka trying to help. Very nice. It's really necessary, Aru. Especially if you're Bocchi. Just don't need to say it. Does Bocchi get mad at people? Yeah. A pink shirt again seems so silly. It's a nice mid card. So we're getting this goal pretty early. Well, then you could just study, like a good student. Or hang out with Kurai, that works too. Maybe if you find her. Which you might. Is it? Yes, it opened. Good job, Bocchi. Worked out for you. And there's Kurai, as I figured. Already in class. Oh. You really are doing your ninja apprentice. You're being a good example for her. Oh no, she found me. Never mind. Oh. Well, I guess he has something to do now. So they might as well look nice. And be sanitary. You gotta be careful what you tell Bocchi. That's kind of the takeaway from this episode. Or at least how you explain things to Bocchi. We're becoming friends. This is good. Yeah, Kurai is pretty cute. She's got her notes in her hands, okay? Bocchi. You could just wing it, you know? Just let yourself laugh, Kurai. It's okay. You can become friends with people. Oh, Bocchi. Don't stumble over her character. singing the school song. That was a great ED, wasn't it? Trying to eavesdrop. Family custom, that's about as far as I got. I guess we should work on that later. Don't ask questions. Cheating. Very important question. Are you going to answer or just leave? Okay. You try to become a ninja too? I think you can be a strong person and have friends. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. Yeah, you're not supposed to say that out loud, Bocchi. Of course, it's always fun to learn about your classmates. Like a job interview or something. Oh. Ow. Uh, bet you regret that, don't you? Oh, really? Really? Yeah, I guess I'll have to take the whole thing off now and fix it. Man, this girl. Yeah, what kind of savage doesn't bring a handkerchief with them everywhere they go? You don't need to be like Kodai. You're fine, Bocchi. You're more than fine. You can jump over the hurdles all by yourself. We're not gonna interrupt this. Okay? You didn't finish that thought. Why'd you let me hang in there, Nako? That's your idea of strong? It usually is. Well, of course. Yeah, I thought this episode was supposed to be about Sotika. I swore that her name was in the title. It's morally about cry out. Okay. So I guess a chat was just about letting Bocchi work on her cry thing. Ooh, very pink, girly looking. Well, I'm sorry, sheesh. Oh, is that really something to cry about? That's good. I'm not sure how that's ninja related, but nice. Exactly. Nako knows what's up. So make a swan then. Those two characters look very similar. They really just. Oh, that's a great running posture. Nako. That's might be the lamest run I ever saw in my life, Nako. Although Bocchi's run is something for sure. They're getting closer, so good. Yes, you are clearly the strongest blonde here. Now we haven't focused yet. Back over to her. I mean, Bocchi is a simple girl, so there's legitimate concern. Are you still alive, Nako? We wouldn't dream of it. Oh. Traitor. Yeah, that would kind of go against your main objective, so... Bocchi. Bocchi is way too impressionable. Yeah. Yeah, she would be easy to make friends with, but... Ah, okay. Ninja homework. Nin. Ninja drill, I think is what it said. You do that. One day you'll grow to be an excellent ninja. You're running across rooftops. That's all you can do. And there's Kurai just in class by herself again because she's, a loner with no friends as well. Just deliberately rather than Bocchi, who's very not deliberate. Okay. I guess you're definitely can be cute when nobody's around. She really does have very long hair, doesn't she? Fair enough. Yeah, we can always come over and play. Bye bye. Yeah, I saw a little bit of sadness there. I'm not sure I believe you. A lot of funny characters in this show. Yeah, nobody's here. That seemed to have helped. That's nice. They may not be there physically, but they're there because, you're always connected to people with internet connected devices, so. Just poof. I don't understand why some of these panels have no dialogue in them. Bugs me. It's like they just gave up after a while. Perfect curry pancakes. I don't think there's any pun in that name. Oh well. So that was the 8th episode of Hitoribocchi. Yeah, this episode Sotuka, you know, there was quite a bit of her, which is what I was expecting, but there was more Kurai than I was expecting for sure. But that felt almost, oh, it kind of felt like I was a little bit taking priority over the Sotuka stuff. But I guess just because I was framed. I mean, Sotuka still had plenty of screen time and plot relevance. Because her thing is, you know, well, for one thing, she's here like by herself. I think they were saying that like she lives by herself, and she could be getting lonely as a result, all by herself. And then there's the whole thing with Bocchi, and is she your master? Is she your friend? Doesn't want to confuse that. Doesn't know how to deal with that because Bocchi wants friends and all that. But Sotuka needs her to be her master, to teach her the ways of the ninja because that's what she needs to do in life. So she's, you know, struggling with that a bit. And she's also quite popular at school. She hands out shuriken because people just like them, I guess. But you know, she didn't actually do as much interactions with Bocchi as what I did, so it feels like Kurai was a more dominant element of the episode. Although Sotuka definitely got more screen time than usual. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit weird like that. But yeah, like I said, a big focus was the Kurai stuff. And she's trying so hard to become friends with her. Like she just kinda stood next to Kurai for a while. I don't know what she was doing there. Like I don't think she said a word to her. She just stood up next to her, was looking at her, you know, occasionally blushing and closing her eyes and then opening one eye. And then Kurai would kept just kind of glancing back at her. And then Bocchi just got more and more close to crying as the scene went on. And I guess it's just a matter of she was trying to speak up to say something and nothing was coming out, which just made it progressively more and more awkward until she started just to straight up glare at poor Bocchi and then scared her off. So I guess that's basically what it was. She probably didn't plan to just stand there and stare at her. It just, no words came out, I guess, is kind of the situation. But she clearly wants to become friends with Kurai. She obviously needs to befriend the whole class as a premise of the show. But it's just not working too well. She just didn't get any words out. Kurai just got angry that she was just standing there and looking at her. And poor Bocchi just looked like she was gonna break. That's how it goes sometimes. See, but yeah, then Bocchi did that weird flapping her arm thing, which Kurai did not understand in the slightest, and then sort of chased after her, thinking she was making fun of her, but she wasn't. She's just trying to make friends in her own special way. It just doesn't work out too well. And one of the funniest running gags of the episode was definitely the hurdles thing, because you know Naka was making some sort of analogy about jumping over high hurdles are difficult, so jump over smaller hurdles first. That'll make it easier. And then Bocchi, being Bocchi, took that completely literally. And okay, I guess I gotta join the track club. Just no, Bocchi. It took me a second to get it. I was just like, what are you talking about, Bocchi? Why the track club of all clubs? But then I realized, oh yeah, okay, you're a silly Bocchi, aren't you? You're a very silly Bocchi. And that wasn't the only reference to it. She just, as she was running away from Kurai, she just jumped in, which again confused me for a second. And then I realized that she was jumping over the hurdles. And then when she does talk to Kurai, she's like, "Hey, you should join the track club." It just Bocchi just gets these things into her head, and it's kind of hard to get them back out. Like I said, she's a very impressionable girl, so it's all pretty funny though. She does her best, and everything she does, it just doesn't always work out, sadly. Also, like Nako trying to give her signals, and her eyes were closed, so nothing was getting through. That was pretty great. But just in general, Bocchi, when she finally was able to actually talk to Kurai in the hallway and kind of let her know some of her thoughts about, hey, I just, you know, I deliberately messed up my uniform to give you an excuse to talk to me, and I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I want to become friends with you. I love you. Oh, well, she didn't say all of that technically, but she got more or less got the idea of what she was going for across to Kurai, and Kurai just did not. Well, she had a pretty cute reaction to it for the most part, but unfortunately, she does have this policy of not making friends, but she elaborates on it later as being friends are a weakness. She wants to be strong, you know, disciplined. Always tells Bocchi to fix her posture. So that kind of person is going to be a little bit tricky to befriend, more so than somebody like, say, Hana. I think that was Nako's, or was it Aru's suggestion? Somebody suggested her being friends with Hana, which yeah, she's, you know, that type of person. You know, the kind of person that can talk to literally everybody, probably has a bajillion friends. Just probably does consider everyone in class her friend, more or less. You know, she's that kind of person, kind of the polar opposite of Bocchi or Kunai here, really. Although Bocchi and Kunai are very similar in that they didn't have a lot of friends for a while, but with Bocchi it was just because it was difficult for her to make friends. With Kunai it's because she doesn't want them. So a pretty big difference there, but the end result is pretty similar. So you think that'd be some sort of common ground for them to kind of connect on. Although Bocchi has made some friends now, so you know, maybe Kunai should have been the first friend, but now that would have been way too high of a hurdle, so we couldn't have done that. But the cleaning scene was fun too. We once again got to call back to the whole writing notes on her hands as like dialogue options, like she's in a visual novel where she says some stuff, the character says some stuff, and you get an option. It's like, oh, okay, how about C? Let's go home together, you know, that sort of thing. But because she was cleaning, she messed it up and had a backup notebook. It's just, oh, Bocchi, you were too amazing. So Bocchi is doing her best to make friends with Kurai, which this is her most, like I said, this is her most concentrated efforts on her part to make friends. We already went over this before, but most of the friends Bocchi has made, they kind of made the first move for the most part. Like Sotika just kind of popped up next to Bocchi when she was being a ninja someday. And Nako, I mean, I'm trying to remember exactly how these friendships went. I know with Nako was a little bit rough initially, and she headbutted her a couple times, but what was the start of their friendship? I know she wanted to become friends with Nako because she sat in front of her in class, so that's just proximity is more convenient. I'm trying to remember the first thing Bocchi thought about in regards to this friendship. Can't quite remember off the top of my head, but anyway, the point is the friendship she has now, most of the heavy lifting was done by the other friends. So as far as actually going to them in class and chasing them down when they run away, you know, this is the first time Bocchi's really gotten this far to make a friend, so there's a bit of a turning point for her in that sense. I just kind of wish I remembered the other friend pursuits a bit better. With the Nago stuff, I mostly just remember the headbutts because that was hilarious. With Aru, I mean, I think we just walked her to her sitting on some sort of like a bar or whatever, and said some stuff to her, and then we became friends. That's all I can remember from that. And Sotika, I mean, that was a weird one too because she just became her apprentice, really, not even a friend technically at that point. So yeah, just it's always been pretty crazy how she's went about these various friendships. But Kurai is a very direct, straightforward one where we just go up to her, we talk to her, we try to spend time with her, we try to learn a little bit more about her. Like it's compared to some of the other ones, it's a very straightforward way to go about trying to get a friend. However, there is that large wall of uh, willful lonerness that she's got going on that you do kind of have to overcome, which will be difficult for Bocchi, definitely. So, it'll be interesting to see how she goes about that. Because we haven't quite cracked that nut just yet. She's still fighting it to a degree. Although I think deep down, Kurai does want to become friends with Bocchi. I mean, we had this scene later, near the end of the episode, where Kurai just sits in class by herself and just giggles to herself with heart bubbles flying up while thinking about Bocchi. Which, I think I guess you could call that a bit of shipping fuel. But the point is, she clearly does want to become friends with Bocchi. That cute giggle, everything is very telling. And then the way she stifled it afterwards, that says a lot about. Yeah. But basically, it says, "Yeah, I like Bocchi. I want to be friends with her. She's nice. She's cute. But I have my policy, so I must push down those feelings." That kind of always encapsulated that little bit of a scene there. So that kind of lets you know where we stand. So Bocchi just gotta have to keep pounding against that wall around her heart, and we'll get through eventually. And like I said, the Sotika stuff, she's a little bit lonely, but she's got her friends, so it shouldn't be too bad. And Bocchi trying to be strong was kind of funny too, I guess. Just that she just mostly what that amounted to was a change of eye, the way her eyes looked, and maybe her running posture. Just Bocchi. Anyway, oh, I should actually read that full notes thing now that I can pause on it. I think it was around here. Yeah, the first thing she asked was, "What's your favorite food?" Which I guess is a pretty generic way to start a conversation with somebody. Yeah, some of the words disappeared. That was very inconvenient. So where was the crap? Wrong button. We're done. I reset the video. Why is everything going wrong all of a sudden? That's not okay. Maybe I should just give up at this point. But no, I gotta follow through with this. Okay, I think I'm almost in the spot now. Give it a second. Why do I keep messing it up? Okay, this time I'm just gonna let it play, so I'll try to skip to exactly to it. Here we go. Question: why do you have a policy against making friends? Her answer: family custom. That's an odd custom, isn't it? With surprise. She makes the best notes. To become strong. I think you're already strong enough, Kodai-san. Not firmly. I prefer being alone. Me too, with a bright smile. The third option's terrible if you're trying to become friends with her. Just saying. Okay, so now I got to see the options. It just took about, what, 2 minutes of fumbling around with my video. But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say on the episode. I do like Kurai a lot. She's clearly a nice, cute girl deep down, but she puts on a front. Probably because of her dark past and all that. So hopefully we learn a little bit more about specifics, because, I mean, she gave reasons why she doesn't want friends, you know, very vague, generic reasons about being strong and weaknesses and stuff, but you can obviously tell that stems from some sort of event that happened in her past. So, I mean, the name kind of gives that away, but the point is that you know something probably happened, so if that's the case, then you wanna get some specifics on that, want to learn about that. If it's a sad story, then Bocchi and her can cry together, and it'll be great. So, yeah, hopefully next episode we can get more into that, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.